As it is, they are still bringing the pulse to the party. It's very common now to see him sitting underneath kitchen with his heartbeat sensor and taking anyone out that spends too much time in there or even in the corridor here as they're running. As a lot of teams now like to crack holes in this wooden floor, especially now as you see Buck brought in. And it is easy to exploit him with the heartbeat sensor. Rest of the PickYourPoison lineup then heading to the floors above to do all their trapdoor reinforcemements, and in Ghost Riddle's case, hunt drones, I think. He hasn't actually reinforced anything, he's just up here and planting cameras. Before they then head on down. It is a map which we had previously seen teams comfortably run 5-man basement seats as opposed to other situations where we see a couple of roomers perhaps hide in the strip club or in the floors above.
Usually not too successful though. I think this is one of the, by far the most static defense bomb sites out there. Because you have such a big basement, there's a lot of places to play without being bunched up or stepping on each other.
Last couple of reinforcements going up, then Ghost Riddle fully doing this wall to church, leaving this one largely open to blue. And actually Neptune's got to be careful right now as Blackbeard is already cracking into the pit behind him. And then drones on out as the rest of his team are swarming the floors above. They all now off of drones, England and Praise, with Skies coming in quickly towards the rest of this floor now that they know it's clear. And there's England destroying the floor in kitchen before then heading towards the stairs as well. Ghost Riddle right underneath that shot, actually taking a little bit of damage from that floor being opened. Nothing too serious. That's just missed. Ash creeping across that edge will now turn up there with his C4, but miss everyone completely. As the Skies has already turned tail and run into the kitchen. Downstairs through the kitchen hole that Buck had just made, though, she does pick up the kill onto Astonished instead, so that Pulse was hiding in there and golden in underneath. And wasn't expecting Ash to push down through. Neptune's inside the blue area, and that generator room has taken down the Blackbeard from pit. Ghost Riddle does get overwhelmed. Dashboard coming down the stairs, taking that shotgun on head on and winning that exchange. There was a Jaeger system there to help protect him as well, but it did get killed off nice and easily once he's dead. Dashboard not ready to push any further down just yet. Skies will drone in the back tunnel that has been thermited open, and England is going to drone from below bar. Praise has of course blown open this bar dropper. It is arguably the most powerful dropper on this map.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
They're droning downstairs trying to find the rest of these players because they do know now they have the man advantage, and Twitch will try and drone down to take out that Capcan trap. But it gets killed off as soon as it lands. Skies has got in through construction tunnel, picked out one kill by being able to stab him in the back, forces Neptune to come in from blue. And, well, Neptune does win out that firefight, but England now has also dropped down in and taking that same fight. He wins it and then turns straight onto Jay Vandal to win that quickly afterwards and secure round number 1 for eXcellence.
Beautiful attack
in
push.
what felt pretty slow, to be fair.
Yep.
But ultimately
was
methodical in its movement, and at no points was it slow because of a lack of confidence.
Right, it wasn't waiting for a random peak or so. It was just a methodical,
it was
slow,
always doing something.
Drone a little bit farther ahead, move up again, get somebody else into position, move up again, take out another random shotgun, move up again. I think we've seen the two styles of good teamwork on attack be either that really, really slow with nothing down to the last 30 seconds and then explode all at once, which is teams like Vitality does that a lot, or again, just that, like we just saw, where it's just one thing after another, each little movement, but every second something is happening, like you said.
But the ultimate thing that's really weird is that they did exactly what we said normally fails hard on this map, which is by going in one at a time and not having those conjoined, coordinated pushes from bar dropper and from stairs and from tunnel or something else.
But I think what
they were allowed to do that.
Right, I think it was definitely a weakness on the defense, but they were also team droning pretty well and identifying each player as they were going in. So it was one at a time, but it was kind of like one, but I know exactly where this guy is, step out, kill him, you know.
But it's a mistake on the defense's fault to allow that to happen.
Oh,
this bomb site is so open and so big that it allows multiple angles of fire from people very quickly, which when you get that communication of this guy's here, and you've not got pressure of your own to deal with, you can immediately swivel around and deal with that. And there should be 2 guns on every drop when they're coming in solely like that. The defending team were allowing the 1v1s, and eXcellence were exploiting that really well.
Yeah.
10 seconds left before insertion.
It is now their turn to defend the same location. Let's see if they do a better job at it. They're bringing a castle to the table, which will force a few more utility expenses for the attacking team. They've of course done the same reinforces upstairs, and Geometrics will now come down through the garage to hold on tight. I do like this castle barricade. Not playing a man in the stairs, which is nice for one quick shot or two. But maybe as soon as that the C4 had missed, Valkyrie should have run away. Staying on that stairs left her horribly exposed.
Yep.
And yes, okay, you got a shotgun, and shotguns are overpowered. You were just completely destroyed by Twitch running straight at your face. Unnecessarily. Yes, they're strong, but all you had to do is run back into this corridor and you had a crossfire with Pulse, and job's done.
Yep. To be fair, the FAMAS is pretty much a shotgun that sends all the pellets in a line instead of in a cone.
That's true, it fires just as fast.
Just so fast.
But, as it is now, the drones for Pick Your Poison are coming in on the floors above, and they do get the kitchen trapdoor opened up. Which is
a risky one.
Yeah, it's risky, especially when there's a pulse in the team. You knew there's a pulse in the team, but he is sitting there waiting for the man to break the floor here at the top of the stairs instead. And well, they must have spotted him on a drone to get away with it. Does see the sledge start to do exactly that. And gets him easily with his C4, so at least he manages to get 1 kill with it, even if it's not the thermite in the kitchen. Now Jay Vandal is pushing the construction tunnel. That means both thermites have been used. 1 construction, 1 kitchen. This guy's back behind this locker. England there to help with the crossfire from the back side of the room. Neptune's in bar, cannot get down through this trapper, and just going to rotate to the next one, and they're going to have to now help Astonished. He blows the wall open, forces England to move, but Geometric steps straight out into his fire, has to go prone and does survive ultimately. Takes Astonished down, but at the same time they do push in from behind. Jay Vandal is putting a lot of pressure on and does pick up the kill onto Skies, while England has been killed off by Blood and Glory. Flashbang going to come in, and that's going to be him wanting to push on through. Geometrics, though, still in blue, is not going to be touched by it. He has to get on out and start spraying in there if they want to continue pushing. He gets out and kills Praise instead, and Jay Vandal is doing work right now. Geometrics realizing that he can now turn his attention to this tunnel entrance, and Jay Vandal is now back to being pinned inside. Dashboard, though, could get here inside to B. But thanks to that kitchen trapdoor being opened up, that does actually allow a little bit of pressure off that door from Vandal. With just the 2 defenders up. All the pushes coming this way. Vandal peeks on through, and that's a good, easy shot for Geometrics to make. Shotgun comes around, they're going to try and finish him off. So they're looking for the man that's going to come and revive him, but a little bit of panic here from Geometrics. Blood and Glory flashbanging in through from the floor above. He's now going to drop, and he's going to be melted by that shotgun that was waiting for him. Neptune did go to the tunnel to revive Jay Endel, but he gets killed out straight away afterwards, and Geometrics get the easy second kill because they're in such a tight space. And eXcellence hold for another round and get 2-0 up.
That's where I want to, I mean, obviously Thatcher, Jay Endel, how do you say his name again? I'm lost.
Jay Vandal.
Jay Vandal, that's right. There we go. All right, it's late. Looking for that sleep. But Jay Vandal, you got to commend the fact that he was able to pick up 2 kills and do some work from that tunnel. But having him as a Blackbeard there instead of a Thatcher would have done devastating amounts of damage to eXcellence, I think. And ultimately, once he was down, I think it was sort of a mistake to even bother trying to rotate and pick him back up, unless they had a lot more time, which they did not. Because just having 2 people in that tunnel it's too risky. It's too hard of a push to do anything. Unless they still had ample amounts of smokes, flashes, things like that to get them inside the point.
So now it's time for Pick Your Poison to try and defend that basement again. They're running the same operators they did before. They still seem to trust those out nicely. Can they facilitate them better?
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
As we mentioned, got singled out and exploited very easily earlier on. It allowed a very slow 1-by-1 push from eXcellence. It's a push that shouldn't work on this map, but they made it happen.
5 seconds left.
They do a better job now.
Attackers have
Upstairs
recovered
again,
their diffuser.
standard trapdoors are
Attackers
done. Astonish is
objective
hanging
to
around there
locate
for a
bomb
little
and
bit,
defuse
but now will come on down. One of the mistakes that they made last time around was leaving Ghost Riddle on this stairwell, and it looks like they're going to do it again by placing the same Jaeger system here. The only reason to place that there would be if you're going to play a man on that location.
I mean, if he starts there and uses that as a easy rotation back just to protect him, that's fine, but
The only reason I
to know when to step down.
don't want to see him do it this game is that it is one of those things that no one else really does.
Right.
And so the fact that you've done it once means they're going to be ready and checking for it this time. So it's not going to work the second time over as a surprise tactic.
Right, no, I agree completely.
So by all means go back and do it in another round, but maybe not this one.
Unless it's one of those, would he really be dumb enough to try it a second time on us?
Maybe. It also looks like it might have just been a miscommunication between Neptunes and Ghost Riddle, because Neptunes has placed it there and no one's actually gone there at all.
Yeah.
Now though, Geometrics is once again pushing through the blue tunnel from Garage Pit. Neptunes is there waiting for him and is rattling off a couple of shots.
Reloading mag. Attackers bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Throwing all these flashbangs in here as much as
Bomb
he can
has
to
been located.
try and displace Neptunes out, but not really working yet. He's got to edge through the barbed wire, and this is a tiny, tiny angle the Neptunes is holding. At the same time, Astonish is taking a lot of punishment down through the floor again, as that same path was taken by Buck and cracked it right open. Ash spraying on into where Astonish is, just edges past England's view, and he misses him in the last second. Ash gets it in to break the wall open. Blood and Glory tagged him but couldn't kill him, and he's actually still got a lot of health left. Drone coming in from England as Geometrics takes Jay Vandal down instead of Neptunes. He's still there. Astonish is right behind that edge. Does get seen and not tagged, but that will push him into Sky's view, and Sky gets him from above again. 2 defenders down. Neptunes still taking a lot of pressure from Blackbeard in the tunnel. Blood and Glory does grab Praise as he peeks on out from Church, and he will get the kill on Buck, who sprints out just at the wrong moment as well. Now Geometric's going to push forward. He's going to see Blood and Glory through the oh, they line up.
Collateral.
Dashboard actually gets credit for the second kill, but the job is the same. They will get Blackbeard from inside the B site. Neptune's though on so low health. He is the last man standing. He's got one coming in from the construction tunnel. Dashboard is inside Church planting.
15 seconds left.
All we need now is Sky says, yes, stay here. Edge out towards the doorway. He's going to run through your crosshairs. Perfect. Just going to hold it tight. He can go through into the main corridor, which he will do here, but has to make a lot of noise in that doorway to get in and give away his position. And when he does come through here, Twitch should hear him, and that should be Sky's cue to move. It's not happened though. Dashboard is ready. Dashboard has to win this firefight, and he does. Job done. Skies did come in a little bit there later at the end, when as soon as the shooting started.
He came in to give him a little fist bump with the elbow.
Yeah.
Right at the end. But you're 2 health and against the FAMAS, it's be very hard pressed to not land one of those 30 bullets with a 900 fire rate.
So 3 rounds to nothing. Go Excellence. Once again, just finding individual defenders and doing what they can to single them out and take them down one by one. It was a bit tougher that time around. We had Capcan covering the doorway, which made it harder for them to punish Pulse when he's there and underneath the kitchen. But ultimately, Blood and Glory just missing a few too many shots on people that were peeking around that corner and allowing Ash to blow open walls and peek around and do that job to manipulate Pulse's location without being punished for it. Allows them to kill him out and then put more and more pressure on the Church and onto Blood and Glory directly. And, well, yes, they got better at it. Couldn't quite make it work. Now, Excellence have to go upstairs as they successfully held the game from below before. They're going to C4 between the 2 bomb sites and give themselves a nice sight line in from there. And note that this Jaeger system has already been placed just on this edge, which will mean we get one man comfortably sitting basically on top of it, firing through at a nice low angle towards this doorway, normally filled by a Rook. We'll see if he does it again. Some teams will sit here with a reinforcement on the pool table and hold from inside. Other teams will hold inside strip club with these two reinforcements.
That's where I'd hold.
5 seconds to insertion.
Bungie loves a good time in the strip club, which, to be fair,
Attackers
think everyone
recovered
does.
the
Right.
diffuser. Attackers
Only in
objective
video
is to
games,
defuse
though.
the bomb.
Gets those viewer dances going.
Right, I think having 5 defenders in the strip club and not moving till the bomb planted is also a valid strategy.
Yep, yeah,
Maybe
works.
we haven't seen it in the Pro League yet, but
We'll get there. We'll get there. So we do now see the attackers coming out. Neptunes is the sole man pushing towards B at the moment. Ghost Riddle will come from the side of the storeroom. But Blood and Glory out by the strip club looking through the drone holes. And right now, it doesn't look like Pick Your Poison have a clear plan of attack to which side they're going to go for until they start to find some of the defenders. And that's what they're going to do now, sending on in their drones. There is that Rook sitting in the spot on top of that trophy system. Taking out a couple of drones as they come in first, making sure they don't get too much information.
Stop worrying about
Trophy
grenades.
system down in the lounge to hold geometric safe. Dashboard coming out of the strip club and starting to seal up some walls. Skies in the kitchen takes Ghost Riddle down comfortably as he peeks out by the construction doorway towards storage and gets back completely scot-free for it. Jane Vondel taking a little bit of damage from geometrics there inside the storage room as he hedges through garage. This wall being open though gives him a nice sightline in, and this bike gives him perfect cover in towards B. Neptune drones geometrics and gives away the position that he's in that corner. And that's a dangerous peek, and J Vandal makes him pay for it. So we are back to 4v4 with a minute 13 on the clock. The bomb site is now starting to be opened up by the attacking team. Dashboard around that corner. Ash saw him but didn't open fire, and as a result he gets a free peek. And Dashboard takes him out with ease at the shotgun at that range. Same time, Buck now firing at range on towards Dashboard. Has taken a lot of damage from inside the site and takes even more now. Stuck a little bit. England is now trying to hold him pinned. Blackbeard firing across will take England down, but now he's peeked out straight in towards the shotgun. Dashboard low, has to prone to survive it, takes the Buck down. Rook has been downed. Sky tries to sprint into Thermite. Suddenly it's a 1v1. Thermite versus Smoke. Smoke is inside the garage, hiding close. It allows the diffuser to get picked up. Blood and Glory is actually inside the garage reloading. Brady's going to peek around, looks for him, sees him in the corner, misses a lot of important shots, throws out the smoke grenade, looks the wrong way, turns his back to Thermite. He runs away, sees the feet, stands straight up into the shots. Blood and Glory getting a little bit and a lot of luck involved in that one, but secures the first round of the game for Pick Your Poison. It's a lot of panic from both of these two players there.
yeah, they were not ready for that 1v1.
Interesting to see the Blackbeard push in from the garage. He did a good job killing out that Jaeger when he first peeked down into that, but it's much more common to see that Blackbeard from the outside with a better angle through. He can deal with the Rook, who caused a bit of a nuisance for Buck earlier on. He did then take him down by getting in towards Lounge, but as you saw, that exposes him to a shotgun, which destroyed him, keeping him outside, keeps him safe from exactly that scenario.
There's just no need to waste him like that.
No. But it is now the first round on the board for Pick Your Poison, now 3 rounds to 1. It's time for Pick Your Poison to once again go down towards the basement, see if they have learned enough from their previous 2 defenses and defeats down here.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
To adapt and adjust and succeed this time around. Same as before. They head on upstairs to begin their reinforcements. Kitchen and the normal ones. A couple of cameras being placed by Ghost Riddle. And then downstairs we go to hold out completely. No trophy system on the stairs this time around. So that's been put on over. Just one here at the...
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb.
One in blue. One in blue, and he's in fact holding the other two. There we go. One will go in the church from the bar dropper. That will not be great.
Nope.
These two will shoot the same grenades that come in, and you'll use up 4 charges technically on 2 grenades.
2 grenades, yeah.
Don't put your trophy systems too close together, kids.
Or adults.
Or adults.
Although if you're an adult, you're free to make your own decisions, but
Just know that your decisions are bad.
yeah. They're the wrong ones.
Geometrics then, once again, straight into the pit, cracks the door open and begins his drone slow walk down the corridor. Once again, he sees Neptune's on in and begins to edge his way further forward. But once more, he's doing this very early on compared to when the rest of his team are here. All that PickYourPoison need to do to stop this is send a man into the doorway on the right and then both peek him very aggressively, very early, while he's horribly exposed here in this, and you'll get that free kill, that Blackbeard gone, that pressure relieved, before anyone else for their team is even hopefully close to being able to do anything about it. There we go, Neptune's using that tiny little peek again, does just tag the Blackbeard and now survive it. He's looking to peek out again and is right into the fire, but crouches underneath it and does land the important shots underneath, so the way they don't need the split push, the job is still done. Blackbeard is now down and dead, and that's the entire threat from that side of the map completely free. And that gives all the focus up, so now Neptune can sit here in Generator and spray on down through towards this tunnel where Skies is hiding. The rest of the attacking team then is still coming from the bar and the chopper ends. We've got this bar drop down.
Drone spinning up.
We've got Buck at the bottom of the stairs. Blood and Glory once again not quite landing the important shots on the men coming this way, but he's got the information on them. Ghost Riddle on the other side of that is causing concern to England. We now going to grenade the wall open. In fact, wow! It is close enough to blow him away.
Freaking launched him.
Launched the other one right down the far end to hope Blood and Glory is peeking, but he wasn't. Jay Vandal, though, gets dashboard as he drops in through from the bar dropper. Slow peek gives him a kill on Blood and Glory. England doing a lot of work here.
Work right now.
Jay Vandal's close on the right-hand side. He knows this because he just killed 2 people as they dropped through. Sees Neptune's prone to the far side, tags Jay Vandal in the feet, but has to run away as he's reloading. But they both run out of ammo, and Jay Vandal dropped by England as he succeeds his reload. Neptune's, though, gets back to a hole of his own and manages to down England from there. Can't finish him, though. Skies gets straight on inside the church, runs straight back out into Astonished's face. And the UMP-45 works just as well as a shotgun at that range in securing another round for PickYourPoison and bringing us back to a 3-2 scoreline.
A rough start for them, but they're turning it around.
Yep, they have learned from their previous failures and are now holding much tighter. A lot of that, though, did have to deal with Geometrics winning that fight against Blackbeard in the tunnel this time around. As soon as that pressure was relieved, they could focus all their attention back towards the stairwell and the bar dropper, and that's all one way. Right. Yes, Skies was coming in through the back tunnel, but even he decided to run away and come back to join the rest of the fight when he realized that Geometrics was dead and he was not getting out of that construction tunnel alive.
Yep.
So back down into the basement goes eXcellence next defensive round. They of course won this the first time they tried it, but it came down to the wire as well. Now it is time to see if they can do it again. There is a bit of a roll going down for PickYourPoison.
Defused by attackers.
But will it roll over to their attacking strategy? eXcellence running no Valkyries, so it's just the 2 players upstairs setting up their defenses, setting up the reinforcements before they head back down again. They do still have that Pulse, though, who we'll see. Is he going to hide underneath the kitchen this time around? Because that was a very fast-blown kitchen trapdoor. Last time, the attack for this site came out from PickYourPoison. Or is he going to stay in the corridor like before and just settle for Sledge when he starts to crack that floor open?
It's kind of become that gamble again now because people have stopped hitting the kitchen so much because of Pulse being under there. Pulse is starting to not play under there as much, which means people are starting to test the waters with hitting the kitchen again.
Yep. Glory, a little bit cautious of the storeroom. It's just being cracked open by Ash. Sledge says, I ain't scared of that. I'm just going to walk straight past the now open door and crack my door open. Doing that the other way around would have been better.
Sledge is wicked tough.
No. Thermite, though, going to crack open the storeroom dropper. That's why they're getting in that way first, and that means Pulse is sitting here looking in the kitchen, very bored and alone. There goes the storeroom drop being broken open. The next one should be Bar, especially with them taking control of this, taking out the cameras, taking down the jukebox, and that is the 2 thermocharges used. So now Pulse, whether he knows it or not, is useless in the kitchen and actually goes to push into the construction tunnel instead. See if he can get a cheeky aggressive kill in there. Back into the corridor, and while the castle barricade is still in place, he will look up through the floor above him. Is it going to work out for him this time around? He sees a couple of people running around inside the bar. Gertrude was the man that died to it last time he started trying to beat this floor open. This time he comes straight down the stairs knowing that it's castled and will have to expend a grenade to take it closed or break it open. Gets away with it. Geometrics is now playing inside the blue himself. Gets flashed as he runs back towards the church a little way. Sky's back in towards gold then. There's a couple of drones dropping down the stairs and coming down from the bar dropper to see what is waiting for the Pick Your Poison squad underneath.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser. Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers dropped.
Vandal is doing work again on attack then, but after dropping down through, he gets 2 and then gets traded on out. There's immediately get the numbers evened out. Those England grabs 1, but Blood and Glory grabs 1 as well. Skies takes out with Ghost Riddle, and now it's all onto Buck as Skies has grabbed a second one, and England with a lucky final bullet headshot onto Neptunes seals it for excellence.
Not quite sure how that bullet found his face, but it did.
Gets the job done. Gets a little bit messy, but Sky's quick flanking. As soon as he realized that there was no one coming down those main stairs and almost everyone was pushing from the bar dropper, he rushed up that corridor and got a good flank on to deal damage to those 2 players that came in. It was a valiant effort from Jay Vandal again on the initial push, getting those 2 kills when he drops down through, but couldn't quite grab the third.
Dropping down instantaneously. Very impressive.
But it does put excellence on map point. They went from 3-0 up to being 3-2. Now we're on 4-2, and they're attacking the bar in the Stockholm. It's the first time that Pick Your Poison have defended this site in this game. They did successfully attack it, though.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
But Excellence has done well with their attacks, even though they're not nearly timed as well as we'd like to see them, and I feel that these bomb sites don't quite need nearly the same amount of precise timing to really be taken down as the basement ones do. So this could be it for Excellence right here. Unless
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
unless they're confident in their defense.
10 seconds to go.
As for their defense, it is going to be here at the pool table instead of in the strip
5
club.
seconds to go.
They ain't going to have that much fun. Blood and Glory cracking open
Attackers
this
recovered the
door,
diffuser.
walks on out there to
Attackers
plant
are
a
heading
shield
out to
down.
defuse a bomb.
He comes back on in. This is new. Interesting.
Not quite sure.
What you think you gain from that, because you now all run miles away from it and you're not going to defend it, and it's just free destruction.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Great for Blackbeard coming up to it.
Yeah, even better for Blackbeard. Now you see that.
Oh, perfect. Now I can watch this and have a straight sight line all the way down into A.
Does have a couple of shots wrapping off the inside of it, so he's
Who
going to be a
cares?
little bit cautious, but no, he's alright, well someone's watching, let me just go and drone and see who that is, and then I'll go and shoot them, because I've got this nice bit of cover here waiting for me.
Yeah, this will mesh perfectly with my big invincible clear shield and my assault rifle.
So, let's see how he does that. Sees Pulse there and above. And here he comes. Well look, I'm lovely and safe here.
If you had an
Check that back
ACOG, it'd
on.
be all set, just straight through.
Thankfully though, for the defending team, no one's there just yet.
Again, I think that lean is dangerous. I feel like by leaning, he's going to expose his left side of his chest.
He's actually astonished and now going into the spot, sees his head at the last moment, and what a surprise, he's safe.
Hits it perfectly.
Got that shield.
Drone activated.
Activating drone.
Charge going up.
Loading mag.
Ghost Rider now pushing in, has that shotgun in hand, so now he's got to be a little bit more cautious. Does go prone around inside it, he's going to look through the tiny gap instead. Astonish is still thinking about peeking out, but he's ready for Ghost Rider to push instead. Sees Astonish and hides away again. Going to flashbang up and in. Get taken out by the Jaeger assist and the trophy again. J Vandal once more opening up the killing now, taking out Fuse this time. There's Ghost Riddle shots bouncing off the shield because he cannot get the gap between the deployable one and the Blackbeard one. Has to expose himself completely to do that, and well, has taken a lot of damage for his trouble and eventually dies.
I'm not seeing the
I don't know
advantage
what they
to the
were expecting
shield.
with this shield.
Just not seeing it.
Elsewhere, they are picking up plenty of kills. They've grabbed Twitch as well, and now Skies is a bit cautious, but Geometrix has got himself inside. The diffuser is upstairs. Praise has to go back and get it because Twitch died to the pulse. Geometrix has now killed off Jaeger as well, who has finally peeked that little spot one time too many. Using up his last flashbang on the trophy system inside bar, just trying to bait out the pulse that they think is behind him, but he's not. He's back in the bar itself. Blood and Corey is coming up the stairs from the basement, and J Vandal is the man that is within this cash room. He's still watching the floors above and now knows the plant has gone out. Now is where you go back outside and go over that shield, Geometrix. It's all day laugh and laugh for you. Instead, he's watching this doorway from up close. J Vandal gonna have to go and crack down a couple of his own castle barricades to get in. Praised, however, will kill off Neptunes, and Skies kills off Blood and Glory as they both try and rotate to deal with the diffuser. J Vandal goes in and comes back out and gets shot very easily by Skies, who's watching him from bar.
And that's a wrap.
And that kind of sums up the entire defense from PickYourPoison there. What? Basically.
What? I mean, they did. So they did.
He goes, all right, I've got castle barricades castling me in. I know they're inside B.
Right.
I'll pull down this castle barricade to the back garage. Then I'll run into garage. Oh, my two teammates have died. I'll run out of garage. Oh, I'm dead. There just didn't seem to be a plan in place.
No, and they, I mean, honestly, they did some work with that defense. They made it, they kept it the 3 versus 3. It would have been 4-2 if they didn't put that shield outside, because the shotgun would have decimated
the shotgun would
Blackbeard.
have destroyed the
There's no
Blackbeard.
way that Blackbeard would have survived the first push. He did damage to him. If there was no shield there to absorb the rest of that, the shells, he would have been fine. So instead of a 3-3, it would have been a 4-2. I'm really confused. I would love to get some insight as to what they thought might have played out with that shield there, or what.
I mean, it stops a Blackbeard being able to go prone on those stairs and peek in. Right?
I
Maybe
guess.
there's that. But in doing that, you've made him just as invincible.
Yeah, it's worse too because he's a lot more mobile. We've seen teams stack up and do some stuff there that ultimately, you know, you get a little too comfy on that window there, and they either run out the window to the left, up in that like the locker room, or they just run straight outside and throw a C4. Or, you know, we've seen plenty of defending teams just decimate. I think we've seen like a 3-piece, not two weeks ago maybe. So, I don't know. I'd like to never see that shield put there again.
I'd like to never see that again. Just, I don't know. I don't see sense in that. As it now is, we're going on to Canal once more for the second time today. While we wait for the last PickYourPoison player to rejoin the lobby, we'll have a quick rundown of that map again. Now, neither of these two teams are teams that have a history of picking that second building, the red brick one. So they could both sit just in the server control room, the maps, and the kitchen. That's not to say that won't change today. So we'll see and find out. But you saw how important that other building play can be. It's not an all the time used by teams, but if you go over early, you crack open a couple of windows, you crack open a couple of doors, and then find an opening later on to back on around and exploit it, can be very, very powerful to secure rounds when you've got already a small advantage to just drive it home.
Yeah, for sure.
But it can also be devastating should you get it wrong by splitting your team up so bad and then getting killed off to one side, completely exposing the defenders that are left in the main bomb sites.
Right.
So it is a bit of a gamble and a risk you have to take. Will either of these two teams do it? Let's find out. Both these teams are in and getting back underway then. On to map number 2 between Pick Your Poison and eXcellence. eXcellence, of course, are now 1 map up, having won the first map 5 rounds to 2.
Yep.
And now let's go and finish the day with this second canal. Do you want to make an immediate prediction off the top of the bat?
I think eXcellence is the stronger team tonight. They're, I mean, you know, Pick Your Poison a little bit sign of a comeback there. They kind of adapted to eXcellence's weakness attacking the basement, but ultimately I don't think they really had the upper hand on them at any point during that. And this is an even more team-based map, and I think this one may go in favor of eXcellence.
Let's find out then. They're kicking it off on defense of the server and control room. Nothing too crazy surprised there. They are bringing their same standard defenders to the table to hold this site. We've seen the range of these shotguns when aimed down sights used and abused already on this map, but it does require, again, great knowledge of where these players are, and ultimately, as the first map was, no teamwork for the for the attacking team, rather.
Right.
Allowing free flanks of their teammates and allowing free flanks of their repelling
no matter
players.
what team wins and what happens, that we get some solid attacks this game. Because if we have to do 11 more rounds of defense wins, that wouldn't be the best in the world. I like. Everybody likes seeing the attacks better. It's just seeing a team execute an awesome attack is
beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, it's not to discredit winning defense rounds and having a solid defense, but seeing those well-executed, well-timed attacks is just awesome.
Yeah. So, it's going to have to see Rook back on the roster, that's all the same. And he's brilliant on this map because you can bring an ACOG to his gun. And they are awesome. Cracking open a couple of windows early on then at the back of the control room. This one doesn't really expose him too much or anyone playing behind these desks to fire, but what it will do is open up for a camera throw from Valkyrie. Notice that Neptune's drone is already sitting here, waiting, I'm guessing, to spot the camera that's going to come out as soon as the round begins.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
There you go, Neptune's is on there. Valkyrie is actually doing a couple downstairs first, now he's coming on up. Coming to the back of the room. And there he goes. Out and towards that very same spot until... stop, there's a drone. Killed it. Okay. Now I'll throw it out.
Got putting my drone there.
Yeah. My black eye's better than your drone. Now, Ash on the floor below, cracking open a couple of windows before rappelling on up. This is where I'd rather see him stay down and watch the bridge windows. He is actually, this is a smart play. Okay, using it to displace the bandit. Someone should stay down and watch the bridge windows so they can't get immediately flanked. As it is, Neptune's is actually watching it while repelled, and they found out the Geometrics is inside the map room instead. Cool.
Steps directly
right into the crosshair. Beautiful.
Here I am, bud.
Hey, do you want a free kill? Here it is.
Now go in. Please.
Flashbang. Look, if you throw a flashbang into a room where you already can't see the guy, if he gets flashbanged, he's not going to stand up into your shots.
Right.
He already knows you can't see him, else you'd have shot him and not flashbanged him.
Oops.
Drone goes in, drone comes down.
You deserve that, Neptunes, for not taking advantage of your flashbang.
And then you gifted another kill as England's like, oh, there's a Blackbeard on their window that's been throwing flashbangs at me. I'll stand up and look right at him after already being downed and being 50% health. What could go wrong?
He does not deserve that kill. He does not.
So, I mean, why would you even stand up? You know you've also got Dashboard sitting right next to this window with a shotgun, so if he comes in to deal with you, which he's got to do if you stay prone, you can just melt him with this shotgun. Instead, you've given it up and now you're defending 3v5, and to be fair, Dashboard is making a lot of noise right now, and I'm pretty sure Blackbeard knows this player is on his left because of the crawling around and the proning within all that debris.
I bet Blackbeard goes in.
Skies, what? Jay Vandal walks away with his life when he really shouldn't have there. And we do have Blackbeard come inside, and he uses all of his ammo on dashboard and then has to switch to his pistols to survive. Does go down to the C4, but ultimately does go down. And now dashboard on 1 health point has to deal with 3 attacking players. They have 30 seconds to do this. They do, however, not have the diffuser. So he is holding tightly onto that. 22nd, they're going to come forward. Jay Vandal is already lucky to be alive. He sprints over and picks it up. Will get shut down, but as soon as he stands up, there's a good flank, and Astonish is there on his left to secure the round. 4, pick your poison and take out the last remaining Excellence player. Sprints and splits up, and it's an easy pincer from either side. They also had Thermite on the other roof, so if that first 2 had got slaughtered, she'd have already been standing up inside his crosshairs. So. Right. Smart play for recapturing that diffuser when they knew where she had to be to secure round number 1 for Pick Your Poison.
But ultimately, boy, what a round.
Yeah. Yeah. Into defense, go Pick Your Poison, then they're going to choose the same location, and they're not going to bring Rook to the table. So they have 1 ACOG maybe, and it's on an operator that isn't particularly good at using that ACOG at range.
What do you think, 4 shotguns?
3 and an ump.
Who's got the ump? Castle?
Pulse.
Pulse.
Actually, Castle might run it and then sit in the model room.
Right, because Pulse can make a lot of floor shotgun kills with that Pulse.
Attackers need to locate.
We've seen it a lot on this map, especially.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look. Nope, it is Pulse with the ump. Alright, should have trusted my gut. And in fact, they both got umps. Okay, so they're just going
so
double
2
shotgun.
shotguns, 2 umps.
Alright, alright.
I was nervous for the 4 shotgun play.
To be fair, I don't think the 4 shotgun play would be pretty
it would be awful.
good here.
It would be awful.
As soon as it gets droned, any team that goes, oh, they've got 4 shotguns, alright, crack this wall open, make sure the room underneath is safe and clear, which is a little bit tougher, but you can do it with window play and with, well, both window play to be fair.
Right.
Click sure this room's clear, and then you can just fire from range, plant on anyone here. You've got a man on this window, so that any shotgun that tries to rush the planter in here gets taken down and mowed down. You've got a man on this roof that can fire anyone through this hole, through this doorway, while the plant's going down, and then you've got the range game, so job's good.
Yeah.
But that is not going to be the case this time around. It is going to be top floor defense with just the 2 shotguns. And where are you going to put them? Well, Ghost Riddle is sitting on the stairwell for now. Jay Vandal just putting down a couple of last frost traps as the attackers head their way. And we also have a fuse brought in for Excellence. We've seen it a couple of times on this map in our first game of the day, but the charges weren't really too effective. They just made a bit of a mess inside the A-bomb site, to be fair. And he's now checking around for cameras outside as Geometrics picks up the first kill from the window in the map room, so takes down the one and only roamer that they had, and is one of the ump-wielding castle players. Or SAS, FBI operators, rather.
Sensor activated. Drone ready. Throwing cluster charge. Special charge.
England rappelling over the windows at the back and takes quite a bit of damage while doing so, but ultimately comes out of it with his life intact. Dashboard goes underneath the thermite wall in the tarp room, and that allows the wall to get cracked on open, and Well Praised will now keep an eye on that big hole that's made. Ash will go and crack open a couple of windows and pre-fire at some of the predicted spots and preemptive spots. Things like that. He heard that door break behind him and turned to see who it is.
Yeah.
He should know or have been told that it was his teammate.
Right.
They should know what each other's doing.
Yeah, that type of thing is surprising to see, for sure.
Astonished then picking up the first kill for the defensive team, and it is going to be Thermite, but he's already done his job and he's on the other building now.
Oh boy, run! Run while you still can.
Now, forcing that fuse charge. What?
Okay.
How did he get no damage done from that fuse charge? One blew up on his backside and the other one right in front of his face.
Being brave, alright?
He just grit his teeth and held on tight and he got away with it.
You pucker your butthole tight enough, fuse can't hurt you.
Yeah, apparently so. Stick a hockey puck right up it, but it's still fine. Now the push is going to come into the front. Geometrics is the first man in and gets away with it with a little bit of luck on his side. and stays alive. Now the shotgun's going to come from Jay Vandal in towards the corridor, and down he goes. This is here we go. This is how you play against the shotguns. Blood and Glory coming right outside into the car park to try and get a lucky kill on the man that was watching that corridor. Cannot even get that kill. Skies with a swivel after taking a bit of damage. Comes around to finish him off.
eXcellence looking a lot more organized this round.
Jesus Christ, who can do that on an analog
that's
stick?
High sensitivity.
I feel like I'm playing with Renee again. Oh, I feel seasick.
Oh, I can't wait to play with Renee tomorrow.
You're like a teenager, Jesus Christ.
Why?
Because you two don't shut up about each other. God.
Check out my new Instagram, dude.
Go on, what's it called?
It's a punchy stick.
Oh, what
Just
a
like everything
surprise.
else, yeah.
Jesus. On to
It's young
defense. Go. You're not that young anymore, buddy.
No, it's young love, isn't it? It's a new love.
All right.
You call me old. Okay, so there's a receding hairline joke. I got it. All right. Going into a receding hairline joke.
It wasn't yet, but if you kept it going, it was going to be.
5 in the morning, and we're still launching.
Gotta give Chow what they want.
Defenders protect the
There it
bomb
is.
and defused by attackers.
Into the defense, go eXcellence once more onto the top floor. Delirium is setting in, boys.
They could defend like that attack. I think this would be a quick.
Well, yeah, to be fair,
Magical.
the defense last round didn't look too awful until they just started giving over free kills to Blackbeard.
Right. But that was pretty. I mean, even before Blackbeard who picked up the very, very first kill?
Yeah, when Jaeger just beat straight into it. Oh, your cross is here? Let me stick
Yeah,
my head
that's
in
right.
it. Oh!
Right. Step straight into it, and that's yeah.
10 seconds left before
Because the attack was not particularly fantastic by Pick Your Poison either. It was
5
just
seconds to
just a lot of very free, easy kills by eXcellence.
go. Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Place device.
Now then, Geometrics and Skies playing on the floor below, while the other 3 players sit up top. Praise still sitting in his corner. Did try and battery trick last time, but his opponents know that he likes to do this, and they came up onto the walls very aggressively and used these ash charges underneath him to shake him off of that spot. And they got the thermo wall blown open. They're also ready for the cameras and do start to take them out pretty quickly.
Reload. Drone's ready.
And we do start to see the Pick Your Poison attack take shape. Inside the model room, however, we still have Geometrics. Does take out that drone eventually.
Drone's ready.
Is now cautious of the windows as Astonish drones on in. Another couple of drones come pushing him from the main stairwells, but he knows there is a Twitch on the other side of the sky bridge. Cautiously checking the window between shots on towards the drones, and then gets down to safety as the shots start rattling in from the windows behind him. Sprints straight across as Twitch has to run out of ammo and reload, and gets away safely. Ghost Riddle is down to his right now. He's not aware of this,
Drone's
but
up and running.
could be there.
Stay clear of the blast.
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Now he doesn't quite catch it in time. He sees the Twitch to his left. He already knew Twitch was there. He didn't catch Ghost Riddle to his right, so Sledge is down there and could, with a well-timed push or reaction, catch him by surprise and take him out if he tries to come down these stairs.
Oh,
Should have seen their gun.
Just shy.
He definitely had to have seen the gun. Yeah, he knows now. He's focused heavily on this corner and waiting for Ghost Riddle to come around.
But now Riddle doesn't know he's there at all. Oh, God.
Oh, these timings.
Didn't even look at the stairs.
Hostile contact. Third floor.
Did not realize, had too much faith in his own angle. He didn't realize
Yeah.
that Pulse could have fallen out of the model room and got back up there. He thought he had to be in the map room, and that's not the case. As it is, though, Skies was in the map room until Neptune's had something to say about it. He pushed in and gets that kill easily, but Praise has taken down Blood and Glory upstairs at the same time. And now
Attackers have
the
located
attack
a
is
bomb.
coming out for just 3 players until that good shot from Astonish takes down England and the back of the server desks, making it 3v3. They have downed Neptune's though. He'll be finished off by Geometric, so it is back to a man advantage for the defenders. Braze here on the corner. Astonish looks away just as Praise stands up, and that gives him the opportunity he needs to get the easy kill. Jay Vandal has the diffuser though and take out Geometrics as he pushes up from the stairs. 6 seconds on the clock. Vandal's got to come inside and he's going to come straight over into Dashboard Shotgun, and that's an easy kill to secure the round for eXcellence and give them that lead back.
There it is. I think they had that rough, weird game of how do we play this map, and I hate not seeing Rook. I hate it.
I'd rather, in this lineup and this bomb specifically, I'd rather see like a Doc and a Capcan pair than no 3 armor at all.
Right.
But you still want the Rook. Your Rook takes 3 of these operators. Sorry, 2 of these operators. No, it is 3. 3 of these operators from 2 armor to 3 armor.
Right, and it's at no cost of speed, and it is a map where defenders usually lose against. At the higher level gameplay, defenders usually lose. What we saw last Canal is an anomaly in the Pro League. We don't normally see 11 defend rounds wins. It's usually attackers win, and getting that extra armor is vital. And the MP5 with an ACOG on it is not a bad gun to sit with too.
No, something else we did also see last round. Like we got people sitting there. We had an MP5 sitting here behind this desk with an ACOG, decimating people on both the other roof and out this door when this was opened up. It's a beautiful
you have a
weapon.
3 armor ACOG, especially on Xbox where it's much harder to land that headshot. You can really hold that tarp push very well from sitting behind that desk.
Yeah. Now they did previously put Astonished behind there on the last defense, and he has an ACOG himself, but it's so much harder to use that at 416 at that kind of range with the ACOG gun.
And it can be dwindled down much more quickly.
And it is to use a MP5. So the eXcellence attack is coming out now. 4 players for the defending team on that top floor. Castle down on the one below, being a little bit patient and trying to fire onto the drone. Ultimately cannot land the shots though and has to run away from it back up towards the stairs and join the rest of the team on the top floor. So just like that, the floors below are in eXcellence control and they will begin to push through. England did not expect that peak at that time. Catches himself by surprise by trying to reload.
He just shot a man.
And now
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
goes up towards the roof again.
Time to make a new floor.
Took a little bit of a dent into Pulse, of course, with that one shot. He is now sprinted straight across to the back of the room. Will be prone right at the end of server. What I'd love to see now is a Pulse, to Fuse to go to the back side of the building and put a charge on the window. It's a little bit of a risk, but if it works, it's great at shifting that end of the room. Then you've got Blackbeard at the front side who can just sit this front window and decimate them as they run. But he's up onto the side of the control instead, and he gets a free kill onto Castle, who is locked behind that desk, or that filing cabinet.
Free kills.
They also already blown open the big top wall, which is where England is now sitting with the diffuser in hand. It's not quite safe enough to go in yet, and they've still got a minute to play with, so they can find and make sure he's completely safe to go in before they do. And in getting this kill that Geometrics just gets, they might just be safe to do that. The wall to his right is open, but he is starting the plant. Praise is a little bit late to come and deal with it, but they are happy that that doorway is clean, and there it is. Ash is going to sprint in, but Jay Vandal's going to find him first, and actually there's a lot of damage here to Praise, but not before Praise can kill him off, and now England is in that spot himself to find the next man, and it's an easy kill for him to secure the round for eXcellence and put them up to 3 rounds. That was nice. Cleaning the 2 players out of the A site. They were a little bit lucky with the plant. If Frost had been a bit closer, she would have been able to get in there and stop that plant with ease, and maybe even get out alive and stop the follow-ups as well.
Right, would have been tough to escape Blackbeard, who was still in the window, but definitely at least stop the plant.
Yeah, and that could have thrown a spanner in the works a little way, but...
Right. And which can be risky for eXcellence because they are running the timer fairly close each round, but like we said last time, it's slow, but it's methodical each time. Their attacks are far more solid on this map than I feel they were on the last one.
Yep. Definitely seems to be a little more teamwork and communication going between them on this.
Right.
And it's paying off for them. But now it is back to eXcellence defense. They, of course, cannot go to the top bomb site, this being a remake. And they will go down to the kitchen and the trophy room instead. So far, as we expected, not going in for that red brick building, not going over to the boats room or the offices.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
They
being
are
defused
instead
by attackers.
just sitting comfortably here in the main building. Yet to see anyone even late roam over there or anything on those lines, so just waiting. And the defense for eXcellence. We've talked about times and different strategies for defending this floor above from multiple teams. So far they're keeping it fairly standard, breaking this trapdoor at the front of the room for a nice rotate down, breaking the whole floor level next to it so they can see anyone that may be coming in and out of that specific spot as well, and then reinforcing the 2 trapdoors above the bombs themselves. This floor is already incredibly penetrable, so holding it can be very, very important, but thankfully for them, they don't have too much on the attacking team by ways of floor destruction. It's also not the biggest floor there, so if Ash wants to save both of her charges for that, she can do a couple of key spots, and they do have Sledge.
Yeah, Sledge can open that entire floor himself.
Neptune's on the wrong side of this building for now to get up and do much of the window work that you'd like to see from Blackbeard, but he can easily sprint across the other side. Doesn't see the camera that's down there to his right. Right here. Doesn't just go off, but gives his position away as he heads back towards the other side and goes to join the front of the building with Jay Vandal. Goes right over, going to come up his back staircase and shoots open the door for safety. Blood and Glory will keep watching the window behind. Not uncommon to see players jump out of there and shoot people in the back as they're on the stairs. It is uncommon to see it happen this early in a round. Blood and Glory is the reason. Upstairs, Dashboard took a lot of damage here through the floor from the garage below. I believe he's also just been revived. I think he was downed. Gets away with it. But the push is starting to come on in from the attacking team. Astonish is still out front. Shredder rappelling up to one of the windows by B. Neptune's going to drone inside while rappelling up to a window of his own. Right here outside the kitchen. Knows that there's a man just inside there, and Ghostshredder's drone will confirm that he's running backwards, and Ghostshredder himself is rappelled up the other window, locking this rookie in between these 2 scopes. Why are you staring at the shield? You know if he's coming over it, he's got to go over it. Instead, there we go, he's going to peek around and throw a grenade in. The grenade will destroy the shield and down Rook. And that grenade will finish him off. So they've got B on lock now, and he's deciding it's safe to go in. Astonish is coming underneath, and there's the push in the back of the room from Jaeger. Misses the important shots to really stop Ghostshredder as Astonish gets Dashboard through the floor. Skies has taken Jay Vandal down there, and as he looks away from that door, there's a quick push in from Praised to secure that B bomb site back into eXcellence hands. Skies gets down as he heads towards the front, and now Geometrics has to find 2. He knows one is down that side, and he's just aiming at it too low. And Astonish is aiming in the right spot to take the headshot and secure a round to take us back to 3 and 2 and keep this game close.
And again, kind of almost the opposite of the way eXcellence has been pushing. There's a lot of silence as they're setting up, and then PickYourPoison just stepped in all at the same time.
Yeah, they went on in, they had that point, but the key thing there was also the fact that when eXcellence then pushed back out against them, when eXcellence went, alright, you're in, time for us to retake our site, rather than one, maybe waiting for a guy to start the plant, because that's then a gun that can't be used. They just went straight for it, and the way that the PickYourPoison setup was is that, yes, as you say, it was one step in from everyone, which still meant there's another man behind that person who is then immediately there to trade them back, and they managed to keep those numbers rolling in their favor.
Right, they anticipated that over-aggression from eXcellence, which is exactly what they got, and they were there to, you know, they ultimately traded a lot more kills than eXcellence has in their attacks, but still got them the round and still worked pretty damn well for them.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused
Back
by
up.
attackers.
On to defense, go PickYourPoison. It's now their turn to defend that same location. Will they do a better job at it than eXcellence just did? Neptune's
located by attackers.
castling open closed a couple of windows. Stops them from being shot open so easily straight out of spawn. Forces a little bit of utility to be used up to do them, but at the same time, it does mean a relatively free fuse plant if they want to do so on the backside of the B site rather.
10 seconds left.
And to be fair, more importantly, actually, if you put a fuse charge on this window
5 seconds left.
and then push into B while you're fusing it, there is no one going to come push through that doorway
Attackers are
Without
heading out to defuse a bomb.
testicles the size of watermelons.
Attackers
Gives you a
have
little
dropped
bit of
the
cover.
bomb diffuser. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Neptunes pulls it down to actually replace it then with a normal barricade.
He heard you.
Yeah, maybe he did.
You know
He's going to
what?
go and replace the wall between the kitchen with that final castle. All right. Stopping Blood and Glory's retreat path there, actually. We'll see what the thought process is behind that as the attack is coming out. Geometrics with Skies going up towards this west wall then. They do turn around and check for windows being cracked open as they begin the rappel, but just like ever, no one from the defending team is in that building this time.
Deploying drone.
Bomb located by attackers.
Drone active. Drone activated.
Dashboard's looking to get his head popped off of it
Charge.
with the diffuser.
Hostile contact. Second floor.
He's astonished. They know he's there and taking a couple of shots. He's astonished. Hopefully, in his space, will dance back and forth between his sights again.
Charge deployed. Get clear. Drone activated.
Most of the team are now pressuring the top floor. England has used his 2 charges, fuse charges on the floor above, and Neptunes has just shrugged them off. Ghost Rider taking a bit of a beating downstairs, but still got that shotgun in hand. Neptune's watching this front end. Astonished and Praise take each other down in the same spray of bullets, but Ghost Rider at the same time takes Skies out despite not having much health left, as we said. Geometrics will trade back on J Vandal, but Neptunes is still on the top floor now. Health advantage still truly in the attacking team favor until Ghost Rider gets himself a second kill. Dashboard going to sprint in and look for Neptunes and still can't do enough damage and goes down for easy. And Neptunes grabbed himself an easy kill. Inside goes Blackbeard now. He's on the bomb sites but doesn't have the diffuser. He has to find 3 people. Neptunes is the first one. He gets that. Blood and Glory still inside the kitchen, and that castle barricade is up to lock him out. Ghost Rider now sprinting through the main corridor. Misses the important shots but finds Blood and Glory, but Blood and Glory's shotgun is waiting for him. And it is another round on the board for Pick Your Poison, and ultimately the level round, taking us back to 3 rounds to 3. Burn underneath that shield is not going to hold you. Straight to the chest. eXcellence then. Definitely losing their groove after that remake. Can't quite get back into this.
A totally different team now.
Back up to the top floor goes eXcellence defense. They have held this once, but only once. Is what gave them that first round lead, that 2-1 scoreline before we had to duck on out. But now that they're back to 3-on-3, they're looking to go up again and hold it tight.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Their setup last time around, and we talked about this, the first round it wasn't bad. They just walked into Blackbeard crosshairs.
Right.
Second round they held it a bit tighter and were ready for the pusher to come in and won those important firefights.
Yeah, as long as they don't make the sloppy rotations and the, just careless peeks, they have the right defense set up. They know how to play together. They know how to work it. They just, as long as they can emulate their second defense and not their first one, they'll be all right.
10 seconds left.
The other thing to note, though, is they just lost a lot of
5 seconds left.
easy firefights, really,
Yeah.
on a very low health Valkyrie for one. Then Neptunes picking up that kill onto Twitch should never have happened. Twitch had the complete drop on him, got in there, was firing first, flanked him with ease, and he had all the time to swivel around, show his aim, missed a lot of shots of himself and sprayed left and right back and forth and eventually get the luckier headshot.
Right. Not sure if they've let
Confidence.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they've let a couple of the rounds get to them and it's affecting, their mental game. But Pick Your Poison seems to be ready to keep pooping on their face if they want to keep doing that.
Yeah, Pick Your Poison are ready for it. But let's see then whether or not they can make it happen. Once again, we're right on board with Neptunes for a little bit, as he is the player that has done a lot of damage, but this time for the first time in this game. We do have a man in the red brick building, and it is going to be Geometrics. He has been droned out though and found by the attacking team. There's a man underneath him. There's spray coming in from the building outside. That was right on Jay Vandal's head, but moving a bit too quick for it to really land. It does split back across to the model building now. But a couple of windows still open already in that building and him playing close to it, there is a real possibility that he could sprint back there later on if the numbers start heading in eXcellence's favor, or to the point maybe they don't and he uses that to swing them. We'll wait and see.
Bomb located by attackers.
As it is right now, Dashboard is still playing on the top floor with sights down into below.
Bye.
That drone, not long for this world. Shots coming in from Sledge as he peeks in through the backside of this kitchen wall. Has to crack his way straight open to get out again. He realizes he is in a tough spot. Does get out with his life though, that's what's important. Skies was so very close by. He starts to crack a couple of windows open. Battery charges going up, and they will be there to try and stop these thermite charges as quick as they can, and that one does get destroyed. They've only got one left to deal with now. Thatcher is underneath, and is no longer underneath, killed out quickly and easily by Geometrics, who is still waiting close on this floor. They could not shift him too far away. Grenades came up underneath the poor little bandit, but he did his job. No more thermite charges left, and this wall is still sealed. Defense for Excellence looking really good right now. Even better now that Astonish has grabbed himself another one. They knew he was on this floor. They haven't managed to shift him, and they've just exposed themselves to kills for him. He's grabbed 2. England has grabbed 1. There goes Thermite on the floor above as praised. Not only destroys his charge, but really makes it work. And he's going to peek outside for 1 greedy kill onto Blackbeard, but misses too many important shots. Neptunes will get the kill, but it is just a consolation prize, as Excellence do then finish him off for the final kill of that round and happily hold that defense.
Yeah, I think it wasn't even necessarily a greedy kill. It was a perfect, really well timed. We've seen Blackbeard get diced time and time again from that same window. Just, I think the ACOG didn't work in his favor that time. The rare occasion that it does, it zoomed a little bit too much. He kind of lost his bearing with getting the shots on Blackbeard, and then of course Blackbeard is Blackbeard. But a more or less flawless defense from Excellence that round.
They up to 4 rounds. Can win it and end it all here. Takes 3 points if Excellence can successfully attack this top floor bomb site again. Last time around, they couldn't make it work. Can they do it now?
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Let's find out. They're up against a very squishy lineup again, but it's the same squishy lineup they were up against before. Still 2 UMP-45s in the hands of the FBI operators.
2 zigzags. Maybe that's all I need. UMP-45. Colt 45.
It's too early.
Attackers discovered the location of a bomb.
Telling me.
So
10 seconds to insertion.
setup is the same, apart from once more
5 seconds
they have
left.
sent a player to the other building. It is Astonished, but he is just cracking open windows and making holes and causing a bit of paranoia before running back to join his team in this actual bomb site objective room. And they begin their hold. Grace Riddle throwing most of his cameras out. He's still just holding one and just waiting in this corridor. Holding the stairs and looking outside, watching the stairs on his camera. Golden Glory Heartbeat's entering the back room, but once again England's coming up the front. He's watching in for him, and now he begins to crack open the window. Grace Riddle off his cameras now knows that he's got to be cautious, but ultimately he's very safe. Pretty sure there's a frost trap under that window too. Yes, there is.
There's also a frost. Oh man.
Jay Vandal That's what I saw coming.
Yep.
Lined up perfectly for what he knew England is about to spray into that room.
That's
He just
perfect.
sprayed through the last window, open it, and everyone sprays through that directly at where the connector's going to be. Never really line it up perfectly. But when you're expecting the man to be inside that room, you get the angle as tight as possible, and shocker, that's where you're standing.
Yeah.
At the same time, they also killed the castle elsewhere, so they have got a two-man advantage now on attack. eXcellence have thrown this kind of advantage away in the past. But this one will be tough. They begin cracking open the top wall. England
That's dangerous.
drones in again right next to Ghost Riddle, but Ghost Riddle is reloading his shotgun at that point, knows that he's there, and now just has to hold it. All he has to do is keep him in that corner, and he's doing work for his team. Fakes a throw up, and that forces Ghost Riddle to move, does bait him across, but doesn't really do enough damage to down him. Has won the trade, though. Peeks across the gap again, and that pulls shots out from Pulse on the inside of the B site. He knows he's got the attention of two players. Ghost Riddle chooses to move elsewhere, but he's taken so long to do it, the dashboard will take him down. In through the window he goes, straight into a frost trap. And it is an instant frost trap kill, which is interesting.
Yeah, and it seems he didn't know where Blood and Glory was, like where those shots came from. Either way, smooth attack once again from eXcellence.
Yep. Either way, knowing or not, it doesn't matter. He held him in that room, he held Ghost Riddle in that room. That gave eXcellence complete control of this side of the building, and that meant by the time they were free and had